I'm just saying, if my significant other recorded me doing any normal mundane, how do you pronounce that word? Any normal task, such as riding a bike, put a sound over it and said that it was an ick just to get laughs, clicks, and views on TikTok, not only would I probably leave that person, I'd probably try my best to make them feel like the worst person on the planet, because why are you doing this to your significant other? Today, we will be exploring one of the most judgmental trends on TikTok. We're talking about Icks today. Now, I try my best to stay off this side of the internet just due to the fact that I think it's remedial, obviously, and like, I feel like we do anything that we can to get a laugh off or make fun of somebody or make fun of some normal task. And I mean, it is the internet. I understand that y'all are bored and you need to try your best to find something to talk about. But let's try and talk about some more productive things in the future. But let me stop yapping because I know why y'all are here. But before I even get to the thing, like the video and subscribe. It takes 2 seconds. You may as well just do it.
And these are my personal icks, but I'm sure a lot of you will agree with them, but some of you may not, and that's fine. Number 1, when they can't swim. Boo, you had your whole life to learn. Jump in. We all figure it out. You know what? I can even help you if you're young. I will teach you how to swim. We do 1, 2. It's fine. We will learn.
Okay, and I'm not going to pause too much. I'm going to try my best to, but you know how this goes. I don't like the idea of us trying our best to find the most random things to bash people about. I don't know how to swim, but I live in Ohio. There is no oceans here. You think I'm gonna swim in Lake Erie? Now I understand in the summer, I'm grown, so we might be going swimming maybe 4 to 5 times every summer. I get it. But I'm over 6 feet tall, so I'm pretty happy swimming in my 5 foot, pools. I know how to doggy paddle, so if it does go up to 8 feet, I know how to save my life. But if you're gonna try and blow down and call it an ick because some people doesn't know how to swim, or just don't have a reason to learn, then I got a problem with that. Like, I'm not sitting here talking about the fact that your face is a different color than your body. I'm not the person in the comment section saying my first ick is a pound of makeup. You see how I gotta come at you because you're being judgmental? Like, her tone is giving like real condescending, and it's really starting to bother me, and we just getting started. Maybe I'm just making a lot of assumptions, but we gonna let her talk.
Number 2, and this one I learned the hard way. When a man is running after the ping pong ball in beer pong, literally running, I'm like, okay, we're not chasing after that thing. Let that thing let that thing fall off the table, run away, run far from you. You wait till it stops and then you go pick it up. I don't want to see you.
If you go to too many parties or you drink too much, just say that. I understand. But this is what I mean. We're talking about the most mundane task. Is that how you said it? Is that how you say that word? That's going to bother me for the rest of this video. We're talking about the most normal everyday task. And I mean, I guess that's not normal. But again, if you're paying attention to how somebody grabs a ping pong ball and the first thing that comes to your mind is ill.
When they ask for nudes.
I ain't gonna lie, that is head ass. If you are a grown ass man asking for pictures of your girl like that, I ain't gonna lie, it's giving cringe, it's giving head ass. You're too old for that. If she sends them, she sends them. But you don't ask. Like, what are we talking about? You're asking a grown woman. I don't know if that's the ick. That's more of just like a lack of social skills, lack of bitches. I don't know.
The second one, if you're following a whole bunch of girls on Instagram and I see that it's all like 10 out of 10 Insta baddies who don't even follow you back, like, that is so embarrassing. That is such a big ick. Alright guys.
I ain't gonna lie, that once and again some head ass cringe stuff, but what do you mean that's an ick? I think y'all need to realize that I think the biggest problem with women, I'm gonna say men too, when it comes to these type of icks trends, is that they don't understand the struggle of the gender, or they don't have like common sense on life things, like the girl blowing down on people with pools. We talking about girls getting mad at dudes following Instagram baddies, when girls do the same thing. Let's acknowledge that. And 2, I don't follow Instagram baddies, so check my followers if you want to. Instagram EGF.Ron. 2, you might be messing with a dude that hasn't messed with girls in like 5 or 6 years. There's a lot of like involuntarily celibate people out here, and if you so happen to run into one, I think the first thing you should say is like, I don't like the fact that you follow so many of these girls. Not call it an ick, leave them just for the next girl to continue to leave them for the same reason. We have to try and help people.
And this last one, if he is a SoundCloud rapper, I just like, especially if he's making music and posting on SoundCloud, whatever, and like you're not even big, you've been doing it for a while, I don't know, like it's just
Those exist still? People are still doing the SoundCloud rapper thing, the Uzi 2016, the Trippie Redd 2014 type, Little Pump type. People are still trying to be SoundCloud rappers. I'm not judging nobody's grind. I'm trying to be a YouTuber and I'm 22. I've been giving it like, what, 4 or 5 years? This and rapping is two very different things. I'm not gonna lie. It's only an issue if you do those things though, if like you don't have like another job. Like if you're trying to live life of being a SoundCloud rapper, you 5 years in and you haven't even made a dime, I ain't gonna lie, you need to go to school, you need to go learn a trade, you need to go work in a factory, you gotta do something. You can't just be trying to live a rock star lifestyle doing you know what and making SoundCloud music and trying to get girls. And at that, if you are gonna try and get girls and you're trying to do that type of grind, you have to understand that the type of girl you may want isn't gonna date you. Nobody's gonna be seen with a SoundCloud rapper in 2024. Is that an ick though? Is that an ick? Is that something that when you see you just ew? I don't think that exists. I feel like icks only exists when you're trying to look for something. You're trying your best to look for a reason not to like somebody. Or you're trying to like, you go into dating or you go into meeting people looking for the red flag, looking for the thing to not like it. That's how I really feel. I feel like that is really the only time where people really have icks. Because I've never looked at somebody that I like or wanted to be with and just said ew towards anything. Have they did some head ass shit? Yes. Have they did some ham type stuff? Yes. Have I seen people that I like act like a fucking square? Yes, I have. But I've never just went ew.
Since the girls want to come up with an ick list about the guys, I'm about to come up with a whole list right now. Okay? Boys, feel free to go crazy in the comments and tell me about all your icks about the girls. Here we go. I'll go first. Ick number 1. If she's 5'8" or above, you gotta go. Like, why am I looking at an NBA player? Like, go play for the Nets or some shit. Ick number 2, if she can't eat spicy food, that means later on, you can't spice up my life. So you gotta go. Ick number 3 is like, why are you sensitive? Like when they're sensitive, it's like, well, you can't even take a joke. Like I said one thing and she's like, like, all right, now.
Okay, if you don't get girls, just say that. And again, I'm not being the feminist here. Like I said, I'm a dude like him, but this dude is what I mean when I'm talking about squares. Like, you see his demeanor. You see his tone. You see how he can't even have he can't even make a serious point without doing some type of weird mannerism. I'm not judging him or making fun of him. It's all jokes, but like, come on. Now, what do you mean if she's over 5'8"? Now, me personally, I'm over 6 foot. I'm 6'2". I'm not like 6'5" or anything crazy like that. But like, I'm into shorter girls. You trying to sit here and talking about spice, heat tolerance, and it comes to icks is what I'm talking about. I'm starting to feel like TikTok has done nothing but fry people's brains. Like, social media has really cooked a lot of people when it comes to common sense or like even knowing what humor is, because no grown up or nobody your age should think what you're doing right now is funny. I really hope you're not aiming to be satire.
Now you gotta go. Ick number 4, when they don't know how to park. When they hit a curb. Ew. The last ick right now, that shit gets me tight. When they have their shoes untied, like when I see the laces just all over and then she's stepping on it, like.
Hey, I don't know what girls you messing with, but I've never had that problem. I don't. But if you can't tell, when I say these ick videos scream like remedial people, this is what I'm talking about. They can't even articulate themselves correctly. It's always people that, I'm not gonna lie, it kind of feels like are walking icks that are making these type of people. Normal human beings are not doing this. Because normal people aren't going into dating looking for a reason to not like somebody. That's not a thing.
What's one of your icks when it comes to guys?
Well, one of them is when a guy trauma dumps on you for 2 hours.
Trauma dump? What the hell does that mean?
It's when a guy tells you all of his problems and all of his trauma from the past, 15 years.
So a guy should never really open up to you?
Not in the first, 2 weeks. I gotta call my friend. We have an ick list. There's 100 icks on it.
Are you serious?
Yes. Because, mommy issues.
It'd be the people that actually don't ever have to worry about dating that have these lists. Like, let's be real here. I'm not judging nobody. But does she strike you as a person that should have a list with over 100 icks? You understand how damn near perfect you have to be if you can point out 100 things that somebody might do to bother you and you also don't do said things? The fact that you have a friend that was willing to sit there and really compartmentalize with you 100 different things somebody could do to give you the ick tells me enough. You and your friend's brain is fried. Y'all are cooked.
Yes. Because, mommy issues. It's like any bad relationship with their mom.
What if he doesn't have a mom?
That's even worse.
I'm not gonna lie, stay single. I ain't gonna lie, at this point in the video, I hope you guys understand that there is no winning. Whether you are a male, whether you are a female, whether you're tall, whether you're short, whether you got a mom or dad, you're done. I ain't gonna lie, I'm someone that's had mommy issues in the past. You know, you get help, you work it out, you get better. But to call it an ick, to call somebody's trauma an ick is crazy. And you know, that girl, the first girl that had the nerve to point out a specific situation that she had obviously went through, I think that's extremely corny. Using somebody making a mistake like that in a relationship to get your little laugh off or to get views or to try and get fame, cough, cough, hawk to her, is crazy.
What's one of your icks when it comes to guys?
So when a guy takes more photos than a girl, can you take a photo for me? Okay, let me help you take one. And then they're like,
again, I'm not being rude here. I am not racist. I'm not xenophobic. I'm none of that. But only somebody that doesn't feel the need to take a bunch of pictures would feel something like that. And I just bring up the question, why might that person not feel the need to take a bunch of pictures? Why might that person not care about all the angles? Now, if you understand what I'm saying, you understand what I'm saying. If you don't, you just don't. If you can't feel those lines, if you can't feel the gaps between those lines, I'm sorry.
actually, can you take it from this angle and down? Okay, like, I'm not your photographer.
Asking me to say daddy with my chest. Yeah.
What? They asked you to do what? Some of y'all dudes, that might be a good ick. That right there might be the first good ick I've heard in this video. If you are over the age of 21 and you're asking your girl to call you daddy. Y'all, man.
Just can't do that. When a guy wears a fanny pack like right here, not like across the shoulder, but like right on the waist, it's a big ick.
When he has a Bible verse in his bio.
I really hate
What?
it when guys ego lift. When guys lift more than they can handle, I think it's kind of like, why are you doing the wrong technique?
Why are you looking at them? You know, I go to the gym fairly a lot, and I understand gym etiquette. You just don't look at girls, no matter what thing they're doing. You just don't look at them, no matter what. Not that you should even want to, because obviously you're in a gym and everyone's just trying to do their own thing. You don't know why people go to the gym. The point is, why are you looking at them? Even get the ick. And what do you mean if he has a Bible verse in his bio? I'm not sure how much longer I can sit through this video, but I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about when I say Icks is really the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. You are actively looking for a reason to not like people or to hate things. You're looking for something to dislike.
We're gonna talk about our biggest icks in guys.
Mine is when they're bad drivers. That's your only job. My biggest ick is when boys put on chapstick. They're like, when they take selfies, that's for the girlies. Mine is when they go fishing and they post pictures like, skinny jeans. Mine is when they have Instagram and they constantly use it.
I'm not even going to react to anything that they're saying, because again, I feel like this is really giving remedial. I can't even find another synonym. That's how worked up I'm low-key getting. Like, this is borderline just, I'm bored, so I'm gonna get on the internet and say anything. So since that's what people are doing, I don't really got time for it. I make enough videos on people saying anything already. So if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor. Like the video, subscribe, comment down below your take on this. Do you have any icks? What I've learned from this video is, I don't think I do, because I don't go outside actively looking for a reason not to like people. I mean, me not having a haircut might be an ick. It might be ick for some of y'all too, but listen, next time y'all see me, I promise, okay, I won't promise, but I'll have a haircut. I love you guys as much as I love myself. I already told you to subscribe, so that means I'm out. Peace.